Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Gregor Speaks, and do I have a lot to tell you right now. Some of it's a little bad and a lot of it's good. So lots to brief you on and talk about on this edition of Gregor. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me this week. I haven't posted really a long video in quite a while. It's just I've been busy doing a lot of different things. I like the little short videos that I can send you, and there's going to be a lot coming up soon. But a lot to update you on right now. I'm coming from my little kitchen. I'm doing a little food prep and just finished with coffee for the day. So yeah, so I don't know where to begin with all of this. It's been a crazy few days in my life, and I guess I got back. I'm talking to you on Wednesday, the 13th of September. So I got to backtrack a little bit on Sunday. So Sunday, I had gone out with some friends, two of my friends, for a little appetizer and a glass of cava, dry sparkling wine, which I love. And I had to use the bathroom. So anyway, we're sitting on these bar stools where your feet kind of dangle, and it wasn't most comfortable. I know I'm setting this up really well. So my feet were dangling, so there's not a lot of support. And you know, I walk all the time. I don't have any issues with my knees or nothing at all. So I got up, and the bathrooms to this establishment is a big steep staircase. So I'm walking down the staircase. I'm about 5 steps away from the bottom, and my right knee goes out, like excruciating pain. Didn't pop or anything. I kind of feel it was the chair that I was sitting on, and also the going down the stairs. Like it just wasn't together. And I literally had to hobble back up the stairs, and my friends are sitting there, and I said, guys, I need some help right now. So I got over to the edge. We were hanging out in the bar area and just having some appetizers and stuff. And I thought, oh no. And by the way, at that point, I was 1 week away from taking this trip to Florida that I've been planning for months. I'm going to Orlando to see my dad and my brother, and yeah, I paid for a ticket to go to Disney World one day. Yeah, and I got to walk around. And then I'm going down to Key West for the Out Loud weekend. It's a social influencer, social networking with a bunch of gay men, and we're all excited about going. So I'm really pissed at this point. And so we're in the restaurant. I literally could not walk out of the restaurant, so they had to help me. And I had to laugh because there was a couple tables in there, and they probably thought, wow, this guy must be really lit up. Like he must have been drinking a lot. He needed to be carried out. So embarrassing. I get outside, and my best friend Rob had to go get my car. I couldn't even walk 2 blocks. Got in the car. I was able to drive. It's having my right knee. And dropped both of them off, and I got home in the parking lot, and I literally had to surf other people's cars to get back into my apartment, and I was hopping on 1 foot. And I don't know if many of you know this, but in 2015 I had hip surgery. I found out I had a genetic hip problem on the right side, and I have no scar, no nothing. It's been taken care of. I walk great. But anyway, I had this little thing left over. I know, talk about old man. So I had this cane left over, and I went right to the closet where the cane was at. So this has helped me for a couple of days. And I laid in bed Sunday night so disgusted, so mad, and upset on a variety of reasons. I didn't know what had happened, thinking the worst. And also this trip, I'm just so looking forward to it, and just incredibly disappointed. So since then, things have improved. Monday, Of course, it was only about 24 hours. I had to use the cane. Taking a shower was, I needed probably like a forklift to get me in the shower because I just couldn't get my right leg over the hump of the tub. So I kind of halfway, as my mother used to call, a PT and A bath, which means pits, tits, and ass. So I've been hanging out in my house, and each day I've been doing a lot of praying. People have been checking in on me, and things have been progressively going well. Not using this anymore, but I've been icing. So if those of you who ever have an injury and they say ice it, ice your damn injury. And it's like, I think it's like 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off. And I do have a kind of a wrap elastic thing, a stabilizer for my knees. So it's all good. So, you know, if it would have been a month out before this trip, it would have been, you know, better, but it's not. So I'm feeling more optimistic on everything, and you know, still forging ahead on this trip. So that's that update. I did call the doctor and have found out that it's just a bad sprain. I don't have any hot spots on the knee or like a torn ligament or anything, but it just probably from sitting on the chair and getting off, you know, and not having a lot of support. Yeah. So there's been no walking. I usually do 10 to 15,000 steps per day. This is the first time that I haven't walked in years in exercise. Kind of drives me a little nutty. But I got to do what I got to do to make sure this trip happens. So that's that story. Other than that, I'm getting ready for my big lecture end of the month of September, but mostly for October. So I'm working on a lot of different gigs. So if you're looking for a speaker at LGBTQ+, this is a shameless post, by the way, LGBTQ+ speaker, I'm your guy. I'm a global lecturer on LGBTQ+ civil rights, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I talk about hate crimes, community, and all sorts of stuff, intersectionality. So if you're looking for a speaker, check me out. The links are below here. And I have another link I'm going to share with you in a minute. But please, you know, I got a really good program. It's engaging. I use my personal journey and story with educational pieces, and people really love it. And I love what I do. So that link's down below, of course. And the other thing, I'm asking for your help. I had a former camper that I was a mentor to, and a friend later in life. His name is Anthony Collado, and Anthony Anthony was in a lot of the shows that I did. I was a performing arts director in Lakeville, Connecticut at Camp Sloan, a beautiful camp in the Berkshires. But I was performing arts director, and I did musicals in July, and then I did a mime and music show that I wrote and directed, and it was just a really unique show. And a lot of kids were very influenced by that, and I loved so much these kids, the campers I worked with, and the staff, and a lot of them I'm still in touch with. And it was just a beautiful time in our lives, and Anthony was part of that. And Anthony came to Camp Sloan in 1994, and a year before that, his mother was killed by her boyfriend in New York City. And Anthony came home from school and saw the road taped off in front of his place. Kind of was unsure what was going on until he was informed what had happened. So Anthony's guardian, Anthony's guardian, Rose, an elderly woman, brought him to camp just to give him a kind of a better life. And I feel it was probably the best 3 years of his life. And he really made a lot of friends. Great smile, great personality. You would never know he had gone through this horrible tragedy in his life. And I kept in touch with Anthony a little bit after camp. He kind of disappeared off and on. He had a lot of things to deal with, and you know, who can ever get over a tragedy like that in your life? And had a lot of things to deal with in his 20s. Got a hold of him in his 30s, and we talked, and he was a personal trainer and doing a lot of great things, but I don't think he could ever shake the depression he had, the anger he had, and things like that. So I'm giving you a short rundown, but I will share the little story about him at the end of this on a written piece that I did. But anyway, July 10th of this year, Anthony went onto a subway platform in New York City, dropped off his duffel bag, hopped onto the track of a train, and took his life. And it's been a real devastating thing for a lot of us. I think of him every day. I kind of talk to him every day. I wanted to do him right. I did not want him to be another young man of color that was swept under the rug and forgotten. So I have put together, along with Camp Sloan, and Camp Sloan, thank you, the Anthony Collado Performing Arts Memorial Fund. And it's to help fund performing arts and a lot of kids that come in there and make sure individuals like Anthony have an opportunity at camp to better their lives and to work on their talent, along with so many other things. And so right now, as I'm speaking, we've raised, oh my gosh, we've raised over $1,000, and it's only been under a week. And my goal is a little ambitious, $50,000. And so any of you out there that have a love for performing arts, summer camps, whatever it may be, or those of you remember me and the kids knew me as Chuckles from Camp Sloan, please, whatever you can do, donate donate to this fund so we can really benefit performing arts at Camp Sloan and leave a memory of all of us there that contributed in some way. I would really appreciate it. It's my gift, and it's my thing for Anthony, because I always told Rose, his guardian, that I would always look out for him. And so this is kind of the last piece of the puzzle for me. And if anything that I leave that camp, it's going to be this. So I would really appreciate, the link is down below for Anthony and for the Performing Arts Fund. But I would love for you, and whatever you can do, if you're watching out there, please donate. I would really like that. Oh, someone is calling me. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, check out those links. But that's all that's been going on. I leave Monday morning for Orlando, so I'm just trying to get things in line with this injury that I have, and so far so good. And we'll see. It's just, I'm not in a lot of pain. It's just more so stiff and slightly uncomfortable. I'm sleeping better. Sunday night was a bit of a disaster, but as time goes on, it's good. And I have laundry to do tomorrow, so that's going to be very interesting. And I already got that planned out, how I'm going to do that. So that's all that's going on in my life. I'm really looking forward to the Out Loud weekend with John and Brian, the rest of the crew. That begins on the 22nd of this month. I'll be in Orlando on the 18th. So, and looking forward to seeing my brother and my dad. Going to go to Pulse nightclub, do some pictures, maybe a little video out there. And that's about it. So anyway, I hope all of you are well. Please be the voice of change in your life and the voice of change in other lives. I will see you soon. Make sure you subscribe and like. I like those subscribers. I like to hear from all of you, and share. And the next time you're going to hear from me, you'll probably get little snippets and stuff in Florida. And hopefully I won't be gimping around or in a rascal scooter or something. I hope not. But anyway, there'll be a lot of video taken down in Florida, a lot of collaborations and different things like that. So I'm looking forward to that. So from my little kitchen and my cane, I will see you soon, and take care of yourself. Thanks for the love and the support, and have a great rest of the week.